Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our NBA video for Monday, December 6th. We got a, 10? We got a whopping 10 game slate. I like to be very clear, and I like to be very upfront when I deal with you guys, because that's the only way to get your messages across, is to be direct. And usually when I have big slates, I don't like to do lineup reviews if I play that night, because I try to keep the video as short as possible, because not everybody watches the whole video. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be sitting here making hour-long videos when people just flash through it to snatch my lineups and be out. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make the video as short as possible, with as much information as I could put out there, and I like to make sure that I give I help the people for that play Draftkings, the people that play Fanduel, and I help the people that play Superdraft. So I'm doing 3 platforms. So sometimes people will be like, why, how about a review? Okay, well, I got to get information out for 3 platforms. You know what I'm saying? Most people do only Draftkings, if you realize that. Few people do Fanduel. Very few people give out information for Fanduel. No one does Superdraft anymore. So I'm trying to help people that are on all 3 platforms. But I said all that to say this. We're going to have a little review today, because we got to talk about this 3-game slate. We got to talk about this 3-game slate, and we got to talk about how I broke my own rule. So really quickly, not going to take all day with this. Obviously, we knew we know what the 3-game slate was. I had Trae Young, Kelly Oubre, Gordon Hayward, John Collins, Precious Achiuwa, Dinwiddie, P.J. Washington, and Amani Brooks. First of all, I never played P.J. Washington, but on a 3-game slate where he's projected for 36 fantasy points in 34 minutes, I bit the bullet and I played him against my better judgment. He played about 30-something minutes and he dropped 34.75 fantasy points. He was spot on my projections. No problem. Happy to see. The person I want to speak to you about today is Spencer Dinwiddie. The person I want to speak to you about today is Spencer Dinwiddie. If you ever watch my videos and you watch the videos and not fast forward the videos, you'll know that I never recommend him. I recommend him on days that Bradley Beal is not playing. That's it. Spencer Dinwiddie, first of all, let's do this. His advanced metrics say that he's projected for 29 minutes. He's a 0.95 fantasy point per minute player. And his usage is 21.71%, right? That's middle of the line, right? Okay. Middle of the line. Okay. Alright, hold on. Yeah, my man played 31 minutes. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 fouls, as a point guard, starting point guard for the Washington Wizards. Our boy Spencer Dinwiddie today gave us 18.50 fantasy points. The problem with that is that I knew in my gut that Ish Smith was a better play. But for some reason, I stuck with the projection. The projection graded him out as about 2 points better, two more fantasy points. And I knew that I should have won with Ish Smith, who was even cheaper. And I didn't follow my gut, and it cost me money. Armani Brooks with his 10 fantasy points, whatever. He was $3,400. Spencer Dinwiddie, listen. Spencer Dinwiddie is blackballed from my lineups for the rest of the year. I'm not playing him. First of all, he's on a minutes restriction still, and he never does anything with Beals on the court. I knew this, and I still played him. I deserve to lose. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have contests where you might just miss out a cash in, or your player might get hurt, or your player might foul out, or your player might get ejected. This one here tonight, this was on me for playing Spencer Dinwiddie. I deserve to lose. That's all I wanted to say. However, I did well in NFL on Draftkings. I did well on NFL on Superdraft. All my projections were spot on, except for Zach Ertz, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get into this slate. It's 10 games. Hope you guys had a marvelous Sunday. Hope you guys were profitable. Hope you guys spend time with your family. And I hope you guys are ready for this 10-gamer. 3 games are supposed to be like a little bit of a break, and they end up being more stressful than the big slates. But whatever. Lesson learned. Moral of the day: always follow your gut when it comes to picking players. If your gut tells you to play somebody, play them. Sometimes people get in the chat and they tell me, listen, I'm going to play this person, somebody that I don't usually play. And I tell them, if you have a good feeling about him, play him. You know what I'm saying? Play him. You never know. I want you to play players that you feel comfortable with. I want you to play players that when you play them and the game locks, the slate locks, you feel confident that you're going to win. That's the only way to play. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be playing DFS if you're going to be stressed out. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to start with Draftkings. We're going to start with Curry. And let's go. 11-7. 11-7 for Curry against Orlando. His regular price. He's always about this. He's always about here. You need about like 62 fantasy points. He's averaging 50 against Orlando. He could definitely hit this. He could hit this in 3 quarters, but will he? Let's see what he's been doing. 62, 23, 38, and 52. Because of the size of the slate, I'll definitely say Curry's in the player pool, but as far as playing him, we'll have to come back to him. Trae Young was good tonight. He's 10-3 against Minnesota. Amazing matchup on the back-to-back. Can he give us about 53 fantasy points? Yes, he can. In the player pool, we'll get back to him. Same thing with Murray. 10-2, absolutely worth it. He's going to need about 53 fantasy points. Can he get there? Absolutely. These guys are 2 peas in the pod. Two peas in the pod. Trae Young just has a little bit of a better matchup. Russell is 9-2. D'Angelo Russell is $9,200. D'Angelo Russell was $7,200 last week. Now he's $9,200. We'll get back to him. McCollum is $9,000. Now he's hurt. McCollum is not playable right now. Beal, 8,800. He did nothing tonight. He did absolutely nothing. Exactly. 26.25 fantasy points. Not only did Dinwiddie do nothing, Beal did nothing. You know what I think happened in Washington? I think they came out the gate blazing, looking real good. I think they just burnt out. They're not as good as they thought they were. They're not as good as the media made them seem like they were. It's freaking Dinwiddie, Beal, Kuzma. Who's their power forward? It's Dinwiddie, Beal, KCP, Kuzma, and Daniel Gafford. Like, how good did you really think they were going to be? Cut it out. Cut it out. Brogdon at 87. 87 is tough for Brogdon, but he always plays well against Washington. He's in the player pool, obviously. Am I going to play him? I'm not sure. We'll get back to him. Holiday. Why is everybody so priced up today? Drew Holiday's overpriced. Chris Paul is priced correctly. Cole Anthony against Golden State, one of the best defenses in the league. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't usually take 2 L's in a row as far as back-to-back nights, so I'm gonna be really tight with my players tonight. Cole Anthony's not gonna be it for me. He's gonna need about 48 fantasy points. 8,000 times 6 is 48. He's gonna need about 48 fantasy points. Can he get there? Yes. Will he get there? I don't know. 50-50 for me. I'll probably play Garland. Garland is playing well. And 32-20. First of all, 50, 32, 29, 59, 54. Garland is stepping up, and Garland is a very good point guard. I had Garland on the showdown slate today, and he smashed. I had him in MVP, and he smashed. So Garland's in the group. He's on the up. He's on the uptick. You know what I'm saying? He's on the upwards trend. You got to play players on the upwards trend. Garland is most likely going to be. I'm most likely going to play him. So Cunningham, good all-around player, 7,700. He's going to play. Lonzo, I don't like these Bulls. I don't like the Bulls outside of DeRozan and Levine. The usage drops down. Lonzo Ball's the 4th scorer on that team. You're $7,600. You're the 4th scorer. You're the 4th scorer. And you're $7,600. They need to fix that. Lowry, 7,500. No Butler. If Butler doesn't play, Lowry's a fine play. Hero, same thing. Hero's priced correctly. Bane is fine. I think Bane had a good game. Last 4 games, 30, 35, 17, and 47. Against Dallas, who had nobody, so it makes sense. Bane is a good player though, so. Maxey 6,700 is fine. Last person in. I don't really like playing Maxey with Embiid because Maxey's usage drops considerably when you're playing with Embiid, as of anybody else. You know, anybody's used to drop playing next to Embiid, so Maxi's not going to give you the full value of what he does, but he's in play. Derek White is fine. I don't personally play him, but he's fine. Jordan Poole against Orlando looks like a good play. Should be able to get what he wants. Just as long as he don't go around Mo Bamba. Stay out of Bamba's way, he should be fine. Reggie Jackson, I don't really play him. Now you got Marcus Morris back. That's more shots to go around. I'm cool. When I'm paying over like $5,500, I don't really like third and fourth and fifth options on the team. You know, I prefer, I'll take like second and third. I'll take like second options, not third, fourth. You know, as the prices come down, then the options could go up. But when you're paying over like $5,500, $6,000, you want to make sure that these guys are getting a lot of shots. They're playing 30 plus minutes, they're getting a lot of shots. And if they get stocks, it's a plus. You know what I'm saying? The reason I keep saying the same thing, because a lot of people skip past the video just to steal the lineups. Not steal the lineups, take the lineups. They're not listening. The lineups change by the time we get to lock, so it doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? That's why the real DFS players understand. Like, we're building a core with the information we have at that moment in time. It's 12:39 a.m. So when I build a lineup, when I build my core 5, it'll be the best possible lineup for that time. You talk about a whole 17 hours are going to pass, you think that lineup's going to stay the same? Oh, okay. There's levels to this. We just got to listen. We got to learn from our losses. And, you know, if you're going to watch a video, an informational video about anything, cooking, whatever, you can't see. If you're watching somebody make a cake, you going to skip past the ingredients part, or are you just going to skip to the cake made? I know this is YouTube. I know this is what people do, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to get something out of it, you got to understand the process. If you're going to get something out of it. If you don't want to get nothing out of it, then you'll be watching DFS videos all your life. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get something out of it, you watch the videos. If you heard me just say this, that means you watch the videos. There's nothing here right now. So that means you're listening to what I'm saying. The people that don't listen, they scroll all the way till they see me pick players. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's fine. I'm glad you're here. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, if you want to understand DFS, you got to listen to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because the core 5 changes before lock. You know what I'm saying? So anybody knows that. Any real player that wins money knows that the players they pick way before lock mostly aren't the same players right before lock. Once you get starting lineups, once you get injuries, once you get people that don't play for COVID, you know what I'm saying? Then once you get your value pieces, you might want to have the rest of your lineup fit like a puzzle. You know, listen, there's just so many different things that's going on. I'm just saying, I want you guys to win money. I want everybody to win money, and I'm trying to find the best way to get that to happen as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? But if you want my information to help you, you got to help yourself by listening to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, as the channel grows and more people view my videos, then you get more people that's gonna watch the video for longer. And it's not even gonna matter how long you're looking at my video, because other people are watching it for long. But I'm speaking out to you, saying that if you want to learn how to win money on a consistent basis, you need to listen to what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Where are we? Reggie Jackson, Karis LeVert, not for me. Tyus Jones is fine, 5,600. I like him if he starts. He usually does. So We continue. Ricky Rubio off the bench, 5,600. Listen, you got people taking shots on that team. Let's see what he's been doing. You got Jared Allen, who's a beast. Garland, who's a beast. Mobley's a beast when Jared Allen's not on the floor. Marketing gets his shots. Like, there's only one ball. 13, 8, and 15. Just as I expected. Rubio is not playable right now with everybody healthy. Look at Dinwiddie, 5,500. I'm not even gonna speak about him today. He's on timeout. Dennis Smith Jr. Oh, look how the prices flew up. I don't think Dennis Smith Jr. is playable at 5,300. But 24, 20, and 41. This is when he was, how much was he? 3,400. You know you're going to play him again and he's going to bust. We know it. You know it. Listen, if he starts, play him. If he doesn't start, don't play him. I don't have trust in him like that. What do I have him projected for? I have him projected for 24 minutes at 1.08 fantasy points per minute, 25.86 fantasy points, and he's at a 19.48 usage. And that's got to be without Lillard. So he seems like that's $5,300 though. You got to be sure in your heart that he's going to produce. Because if you play somebody for $5,300 and they lay an egg, you're going to be curled up in bed like fried shrimp, upset. So, like me, I was at my dinner table. I was at the dinner table today pissed off because I picked Dinwiddie. And I knew it right after lock. I said, yo, why did you pick Dinwiddie, you dumbass? You know what I'm saying? Man, I hate feeling like that. I hate knowing I messed up. But there's this saying that I want you guys to take with you. And it goes, when you know better, you do better. I knew better and I still didn't do better. So I deserve that. I deserve to not hit on that NBA slate. Monte Morris, last man in, I guess. Caruso, nope. Patrick Beverly, nope. Melton, yes. Killian Hayes. You put a gun on my head and ask me to play Killian Hayes? Just shoot me. Alright, nothing down here is feasible. LaMelo's out again. Levine, 95, too rich for my blood. Russell, 92, too rich. Look, they're in the player pool. They're overpriced, but they are who they are. Hold on a second. Let me close the window. It just started raining, and I don't want you guys to thumbs down my video because y'all heard rain. There's one person coming on to the videos, watching the videos, taking my lineups, and then giving me a thumbs down. That's the funniest thing in the world, because you trying to sabotage me, and I don't know if you know, but when you give a thumbs down, that still helps bring attention to the video. So keep being a dumbass. I don't understand how you could try to sabotage somebody that's giving out free information. I don't know if people ever thought about that or not. If I watch a YouTube video and I don't like it, I just go watch another video. I don't sit there and thumbs down somebody's video for what? What does that do? But whatever. Alright. McCollum, overpriced, questionable. I don't even care what his injury is. I'm not playing him. Beal, another one. Edwards looked mighty fine at 81. Middleton looks okay. If Giannis isn't playing, he still hasn't been Middleton. He's averaging 34 fantasy points a game. Garland is better. Cunningham is better. Rose is still out. Tyler Hero looks good. Giddy is back. Giddy's in play. Wiggins is 65. I'm cool on that. Kelly Oubre again. Kelly Oubre did mighty fine tonight. Kelly Oubre and Ish Smith might end up being in the lineup, to be honest with you. Mikal is fine. Last man in. With no Booker, he's a little bit more tolerable. Jetty, no. Dort, okay. Last man in, cool. Seth Curry, last man in. Joel Embiid is there, takes up a lot of usage. Connaughton, no. Okay. Herder, yes. Duarte, last man in, but you could play Melton instead. And the rest of this is campaigns in play. Shake Melton's in play, last man in. But like I said, the usage in Philadelphia is top heavy. Gary Harris shouldn't even be in the league. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of there. Paul George, he's 10-6. Paul George is on a downward trend and his price goes up. Paul George is not playable. Paul George is playable, but you're probably not going to make value, so it doesn't make sense. You're just taking up space. 31, 41, 35, 45, and 42. But I just told you that. He's not hitting 50. He's not hitting 55. So why are we playing him? We're at small forward, and I'm already going to tell you, you're going to have to go mid-range today. If you play a spend up and try to guess on the value, you're going to lose. I'll tell you that right now. Because this guy here and this guy here, they're not going to give you what you need at these prices. Levine, right? You're going to have him taking shots. DeMar taking shots. Vooch taking shots. Lonzo taking shots. And then Caruso gets whatever little, scraps they leave him. And you really think Levine's going to have enough to pay this off? Let me tell you guys what you need from him. I like to really explain myself so we all, everybody in the room understand what I'm saying. If you want to win money, he needs 57 fantasy points. 9,500 at 6 times value is 57. It's 57 fantasy points. So I'm gonna just leave that there for you, and you decide what you want to do. But Butler's a better play. Butler has a better chance at hitting his value with no Butler, and on top of that, Butler does a lot of things. He gets stocks, he gets rebounds. Butler's a good play. If Butler's healthy, play him. Edwards is looking like he's gonna make it to the lineup. Bridges played well. His price went down. Still no Lonzo Ball. Miles Bridges is for real. Play him. Will Barton, 72. Hayward's left out in the cold with Miles Bridges and Kelly Oubre. Even PJ Washington off the bench seems to play better in this variation of the Hornets. So Hayward's last man out. He's not going to give you 42 fantasy points that you need. So play him if you want, but you're not going to hit value. Giddy's okay. Giddy's playable. I never play Aaron Gordon. Only if Jokic is not playing. Dylan Brooks is okay at 6,400. Wagner, he still plays for Orlando. Take that how you want to take it. Marketing, 57, last man in, okay. Sadiq Bey against Oklahoma. Good price. very streaky player. Play him at your own risk. But he is a good play. Norman Powell, I don't know why his price keeps dropping. Let's find out. Playing 35, 26, 29, and 28 minutes. 30, 19, 24, 13 fantasy points. 16 shots, 9 shots, 13 shots. So he's just shooting bad, not playing. I don't care. As long as you take in the shots, that's fine, because you're going to hit shots at some point. Norman Powell's a very good value play. He's still playing his minutes. He's getting his shots. He's just not hitting it. See, that's why you got to really do your research. Norman Powell is a good play. Norman Powell is a very good play. And Cam Johnson's okay. His price is getting up there. We got to watch that. Duncan Robinson. Listen, if you watch my videos, you know what's up with Duncan Robinson. Is that Cody? Yeah, Cody 3900 in play. Make sure you get the right Martin brother, Cody on Charlotte. He's in play. But no LaMelo, no Rozier. If Giannis plays, you play Giannis. You fade George. Sabonis against Washington is in play, but is he going to give you 60 fantasy points? Because that's what you'll need. You'll take 50. 10 times 5 is 50. You'll take 50. You're looking for 60. You think Sabonis is going to give you 60 fantasy points playing? DeRozan's in play. Tobias is okay. This is still a heavy price to hit value. Not playing Bobby Portis at damn near 8,000 if Giannis is playing. Once again, this is gonna be a mid-range game. You're gonna play mid-range. If you try to play it pay up and get the wrong value, you're done. Bridges is fine. Grant is fine. Draymond is fine. Jaren Jackson. See, these players are priced appropriately, where they all have a chance to hit value. Do you guys see what's happening? If you want to win money, your player has to hit value. If you're paying $11,000 and $10,000 for somebody, you're not going to hit value. So guess what? Before the slate locked, you lost. How you lose before the thing even started? You got to ask yourself that. The reason that I have projections and I make cheat sheets for the Patreons, the reason you do all these things is so that you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what's expected of your man when you're playing him. You know what I'm saying? You know what's expected. You know what's expected. The minutes. You know what his fantasy point per minute is. You know what his usage should be. You know what he's projected for having, give or take. You know, might be a couple points lower, a couple points more. But you know, imagine going into a test not studying. That's what this is. That's what this is. It's an open book test. Everything tells you what's going to happen. These numbers here tell you what these players should be doing. This right here, these numbers here tell you if they're going to be able to hit value. Look, you got $50,000 here to spend. The salary takes away from this. This tells you what they should most likely do. So if this isn't matching this, then don't play him. So what happens when you run out of money? What happens when you run out of money? You run out of points. Think about that. That's why I win more often than I lose. Because I don't put myself in a position to lose. I put myself in a position to win. Like, obviously, we don't win every day. But I'm not going to sit here and pick up Paul George at 10-6 when he's not going to pay this off. Or Sabonis when he's not going to pay this off. What I'm already seeing, I'm going to go into mid-range. And I'm going to grab as many of these dudes as I can. Carter Jr., Collins, Draymond, Bridges, Grant. I'll be able to get like 4 of these guys, stuff them in small forward, power forward, center, forward, and utility, and now all I got to do is finish it off with my guards. And guess what? I'll be sitting somewhere near the top by the end of the night. That's guaranteed. Because all these guys are in a position to hit value. All of these guys need about 35, 40 fantasy points when they average about 35 fantasy points. You see what I'm doing here? I don't look at, it's not about the names unless you're a bum. It's about the numbers. Why you think when you play certain contests, especially people that play big money, why you see the same names in the same contest winning every day? Because they follow the formula. They follow the formula. Play people that can pay off their salary. If you pay off your salary, take your salary and times that by 6. You have 300. What is 300 in Draftkings? 300 in Draftkings on any slate, any contest, more than likely you're cashing, right? If you take $50,000 salary and you times that by 6, you get 300. If you take the salaries and you times that by 6, you're going to get a little bit more than 300 if everybody hits value. Now, obviously, everyone won't hit value, but it will put you up there between 290, 310, and more. Between 290 and 310 if everything goes right. You need that consistently every contest because you're paying attention to the salary and making sure that your player can pay off the salary. Okay. I know there's new viewers, so sometimes I might say the same thing over and over, but sometimes new viewers come. If you're new here, welcome. This is how we break down NBA videos every night. Thank you for being here. Video's kind of long. Want to make sure that we all understand each other. It's a 10-game slate. While you're here, hit that what is it called? Hit that subscribe, thumbs up the video, hit the bell. That all helps me out with YouTube. And listen here, I'm trying to make sure we're all on the same page. So let's continue. So that's where money's gonna be won. Money's gonna be won right here. From Miles Bridges down is where the money's going to be won. Bridges, Grant, Green, Jackson Jr., Collins, Hayward, if you're feeling froggy, Carter, and Mobley like last man in. But Mobley next to Jared Allen, I don't know. He's better without Jared Allen. That's what I'm going to say. PJ Washington's in play. I'll tell you why. Last 4 games, 36, 24, 30, and 34.75 at $5,700. And he was even cheaper before. Play him before he gets up over 6,000. PJ Washington knows his role. He comes in off the bench. He does what he got to do. He's in play. And he's going to play mid-30s a minute. It don't get better than that. Okay, spoke about marketing. Keldon Johnson, not for me. Vanderbilt is fine if Cat's not playing, but I think Cat's playing, so we're not playing Vanderbilt. We spoke about Sadiq Bey in play. Kevin Love, last man in. If you feel froggy, Marcus Morris, if he starts. Keep in mind, Serge Ibaka's back. I'm not really touching anybody on the Clippers. And I don't know about Crowder and Cam Johnson being $100 apart, but whatever. I would just stay away from both. And yeah, that's it for me. If Cat doesn't play, you play Naz Reid. Jokic is 12,000. Jokic is 12,000. You'll take 60. You need 72. Value for Jokic is 72. Value for Jokic is 72 at $12,000. $69, $57, $56, $48, and $54. If you play Jokic at $12,000 and he gives you 54 fantasy points, then you lost the slate. Let's continue. Giannis, almost about the same boat. 11-8 is a big number. Embiid, you need 66 fantasy points. You're better off playing Embiid. Is he going to give you 66 fantasy points? Most likely no. 59, 70, 44, 56, and 55. 55 at his price is 5 times value. That's way better than this. You know what I'm saying? Listen. The thing here is the matchup. Joel Embiid is going to be able to do whatever he wants on that basketball court tomorrow. So that's what makes Joel Embiid in play. If you find enough value, you play Embiid. Sabonis, you'll take 50, but remember, you're looking for more than 5 times value. You're looking for 6 times value. If he gives you 40 fantasy points when he's $10,000, you lost. Cat, same boat. Cat's a good play though. Vooch is a bad play. Vooch is not even in these guys' tiers because he has to share the balls with the wings. Vooch is unplayable. Cat and Embiid are the better choices. I'd stay away from Sabonis. Jared Allen is the better play. What we need from Jared Allen? $42 fantasy points you'll take. You need 50.4. He's worth it. Jared Allen they're gonna need him against Giannis. Jared Allen's in play. I love Jared Allen when he's like 7,000, but he's still in play. 8 and 74 in play. Spoke about the forwards. Nurkic playing 25 minutes a game. He could go somewhere with that 7,000. Bamba 64 is in play. Jacobs in play. 6,000. He's in play. Miles Turner's in play. It's a mid-range game today. You can pay up if you want. But mid-ranges, these guys give you 35, 40 points, the game's over. Because you guys ain't going to give you 70 at the top. They're not giving you 70, so you're not paying up your salary. If these guys don't pay up their salary, and these guys do, you lost. Simple as that. Gafford's in play. And Nas Reed only if Karl Anthony Towns does not play. You got to be ready to swap to that if it gets close to lock and they announce it like 10 minutes before the game like they did the other day. Had to get a little sip of water. I've been running my mouth for like 45 minutes. Alright, boys and girls, we got through the Draftkings. We're almost done. Just bear with me. So let's make this lineup. I like Ayton. Mo Bamba has been under the radar. Now I'm going against one of my rules, playing a bad team against a good team. But because of the way the slate breaks down, and because of the the spend ups are so overpriced. I'm willing to take this chance and go mid range and hope that these guys can hit value. Miles Bridges with no ball is a good play. If Cat doesn't play, Edwards is a lock. Garland's in a groove. You play him. What are we at? 49.75. I don't know what to do. We're gonna put Norman Powell. We're gonna put Anthony Edwards. And then we put Garland. You can play Garland or Chris Paul, whoever you like. Garland's a little bit more scoring, to give you a little bit more scoring. So this is how we're gonna go into this battle. We're gonna do Garland, Edwards, Powell, Bridges, Mobamba. If you get another value piece, then you can grab another mid-range forward, and particularly somebody that does a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? And then you fill in your last man in, and that's how you attack this slate. If you want to play Giannis or Jokic, feel free. More money for me, because you're gonna lose. Unless Cat is out, if Karl-Anthony Towns is out, you play Naz Reid, you're gonna have a lot of value, a lot of space left. You know what I'm saying? But that's a center spot. So, you know, if you want to, you're gonna have to do a lot to play Jokic, and then you gotta have the game of his life for that to pay off. Why risk it? Why risk it? If you play Jokic and he gives you 54 fantasy points, you done lost all your money. So think about that. Let's jump to Fanduel. And thank you for your time. Thank you for watching the video. I know a lot of you appreciate me taking the time to break these slates down, so I'm happy to do it. If you're new, subscribe, hit the bell. That helps. Please thumbs up the video. I'm a new YouTuber. I need the thumbs up so YouTube could circulate my video, because we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow either fast, medium, or slow. So we're all gonna get where we need to be at some point, but I'm just asking you to do me that solid. I appreciate it. We're gonna continue with point guard on Fanduel, where the pricing is always a lot better, favorable, if you want to, use that word. No Cat. Russell looks good. Looks like he has an ankle injury. I'm not for playing injured players. Brogdon 7,700 looks very good. Garland has been playing the best out of that, mid to upper tier point guard slot. Paul George is okay at 9,000, but seems like he's gonna have a little bit of difficulty paying that off now. I don't know what's going on with him. Anthony Edwards at 83. We really want Cat to be out for Anthony Edwards to really give us the fruits of his labors, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Giannis at 11 is absolutely a good play. If Jimmy's playing, we play Jimmy. If we get great value, you play Giannis. Giannis is still playable, but we don't know if he's healthy. If these guys are healthy, you play either or, depending on your lineup construction. right now. They don't seem to be healthy, so we'll move on. Miles Bridges with no LaMelo Ball is a thing. He is a thing. Power forward. Jared Allen is really priced up, but he's that good. He's been playing that good. I'm going back to John Collins. Nobody's going to be able to stop him in Minnesota. And I should actually pair him with Trae Young, to be honest with you. Those two are amazing together. 98. That's a big number. Wow. Alright, I guess I'm not playing him with Trae Young then. That's a big number. Let's go back and get Garland. I'm sorry, Garland. I was just playing. Okay. Alright, center. See, this is a little bit more, reasonable. Because at 10-9, you're going to need about, you'll take 55, you'll take 60 fantasy points. You're looking for 66. And you could get that. At 10-9, if he gives you 54, you're not dead in the water. And beat against Charlotte, I don't know, it seems like, and beat against Charlotte is like, I don't know, it's like a mismatch. You know what I'm saying? You're playing Embiid on Fanduel. As we get value, we'll punch it in. If Cat doesn't play, you play Naz Reid. I think Naz Reid is power forward eligible. And you just play whoever you want. Cat is the key to this slate. So you work around Cat. Naz Reid. I'll tell him he's only center eligible. Yep, he's only center eligible, which sucks. But at $5,000, if he starts instead of Cat, you play Naz Reid at center, and then you play whoever else you want in the rest of the spots, and just hope Embiid doesn't go off. That's how you play. That's strategy. Because what it's called is opportunity cost. You're paying 10 for a guy that's going to give you about 50 to 60 fantasy points. However, you will have the option of playing a starting center at $5,000. That's going to give you 25 to 30, 32 fantasy points. But it's $5,000 savings, which helps you pay up for the rest of your lineup. So it's a sacrifice. But in the end, it helps you get a better score. So when you hear DFS players talk about opportunity costs, well, that's what I mean. The opportunity at that position to do whatever you need to do with the lineup. I hope you guys don't ever say you never learned anything from one of my videos, because I'll be sad. Listen, Superdraft people, let's get the Superdraft lineup out, and we're out of here. It's been a long video. Once again, I'm really thankful for the people that watch my videos every day and then let me know it. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel like it's worth it to do the things that I this information across. Okay, Superdraft, Trae Young, 1.15, he's in there. Trae Young is a good play today, don't get me wrong. Just I like to keep my spots open and not pay up too crazy and not give myself a chance. Okay, he's gonna have to pay off. He would have to pay off 9,800 on FanDuel. That's a big number. Edwards 1.25. Brogdon is not what Brogdon was before, so I'll let him find himself. Cunningham at a 1.35 against OKC. Brooks is in play. Let's see. Drew Holiday is too cheap. Not too cheap. Multipier's too low. Garland 1.4. There you go. Okay, let's see who's up here. Collins 1.35. Play him. Bridges is what? On 1.25. So bonus is a 1.15. Sabonis should absolutely demolish Washington, so there's that. Embiid is going to smash. He's a 1.05, but he's going to smash Charlotte. And Jokic is a 1, Cat 1.1, Vooch. Jared Allen's going to go crazy. But he is going to play Giannis, though. You got to take that into consideration. Capella against Minnesota is going to do whatever he likes. So you got that. Mo Bamba 1.4. Mo Bamba doesn't shoot enough for me. Alright, I'll go with this till I get more information. You got Trae Young 1.15, Edwards 1.25, Garland 1.4, Collins 1.135, Sabonis 1.15, Embiid 1.05 in a smash spot, Capella 1.3 in a smash spot. Minnesota has no interior defense. Neither does Charlotte. Neither does Washington. All these guys should smash. That's about it. This video's over. Thank you for your time. 10-game slate in the books. If you watch your salary and you watch your value, that's gonna be the difference between busting and cashing. That's why on my cheat sheets I put values for both Draftkings and Fanduel, and so that my Patreons could see what their players should be hitting for that night. If you have an idea of what your player is going to be hitting for that night, and it's points per minute and its usage, guess what? It's like an open book test. I'm not saying you win every night, but you put yourself in a way better position to win money if you have an idea what your player is going to do. Why do you think they don't put that information on apps? Let's look at this. What are they putting here? They're putting the basic information. Nowhere here do they put points per minute, usage, none of that. You know why? Because if you don't know it, the chances are you're not going to pick the right players. That's why these companies, these fantasy companies, they put all the information behind a paywall. And people, DFS players that have access to this information have a higher rate of winning. And that's why the same players win all the time, because they have access to the information. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between cashing and not cashing, to be honest with you. The reason I got better is because I had access to some information, and then once I seen what it took for the how they made the projection. Once you understand how projections are made, then you understand how to pick players. Is what I'm trying to say. But we're done with that. Listen, thank you for being here. If you're new, subscribe, hit the bell. That helps me. If you watch this video, thumbs up the video. That helps me with YouTube. I really appreciate it. Good luck. Hit me if you need anything. Keep it positive. Throw it in the chat. My Patreons, I'm going to work on your cheat sheet right now. I'll have it out in the morning. You know how we do. Have a good night. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.